Okay,
You're constantly asking me questions.
now Tim, we're planning this little section on plants. How do you recommend what the people should do in looking at this site?
Well, I think that people that want to look at this site are people that are curious about the environment they're in down here.
And should they know about?
They want to learn more, and they want to feel more assured about what they're doing.
Should they first go and read the definitions as to what's the difference between a plant and a flower and all the other stuff?
If they think they need to,
okay,
I think that's fine. But I think that also I noticed this. A lot of our people that are living down here, they're little older folks that have been gardening, but I think they're somewhat confused as to what grows here as opposed to being up in New York or Pennsylvania or Michigan or things of that nature. And we need to make them feel more comfortable with what they can plant down here. And I see, I watch people when they're shopping, when I go over to Home Depot, and I see them they have plants right now that are real pretty, that are called hydrangeas. And they buy a really nice hydrangea and put it in a pot by their front door. Well, that is the worst choice ever. You know why? Because they're not going to keep blooming. They'll last for maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks max. And then it's going to be shot. You have to give it the heave. Well, to me, I don't like seeing people waste money. I'd rather they let me help them pick out plants that can constantly bloom for a long period of time and that can take our environment and they can enjoy for this seasonal, let's say they come down here in December and they want to stay till May. We can give them some really nice seasonal color for that entire time.
So I noticed that you started off the hibiscus in the thing. You showed the different styles of it, the different ones. And what I assume you're going to be adding new flowers to this website as we go on. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Could you think of one of the other ones that looking forward that people can, what other flowers you'll be talking about in the future?
I'm going to talk about, the bougainvillea, a plant called Ixora, I-X-O-R-A. I like that plant. It's a real tough plant, and it can take our environment down here. Right. And I think it's a really fascinating, interesting plant because it can be, it blooms for a long period of time, and it kind of comes in a couple different colors, and it can seem like it can take our real hard wind. Let me see. I had some other plants I chose too. Just 1 second here. Let me look here. Well, I think protons are nice, even though they're not a flowering plant. They're very colorful, and they seem to do well in our environment, around Nettles Island. And I think they're quite a nice plant. I think geraniums can be quite nice for the winter months. There are plants, all right, let's say that they're good seasonal color for certain times of year. They're somewhat, like up north you would use a geranium in the summer. Down here we use a geranium in the winter.
Well, eventually you get a sheet or so that you would put down plants for different seasons, and we could and put it online.
That would be a good thing.
Okay, great.
I think we could come up.
And the last thing is, if they see the G-Man driving around, are you open to any questions they have?
Yeah, they can usually know who I am because I have a pot of flowers in the back of my golf cart, and so just ask me. And I'm a pretty easygoing person, and I have a saying that I always like to use in many gardening talks. I always say the amen of nature is always a flower, and so I think flowers are just such a wonderful thing to enjoy. It makes our faces get a smile on them, and they I think people for a variety of reasons. There's many reasons why we love plants. To obviously enjoy their beauty, but also to block the sun. We use them, if we want to shade the house. We also maybe use them to do a wind blocking. Down here it's important. It's like up north.
But from what I gather from you, it's really the beauty.
I love the beauty of plants.
Thank you very much.